With more developed storylines also comes more developed characters.
It's clobbering time.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're continuing our series of the most memorable video game characters with the top 10 memorable video game characters of the 1990s.
Hello, Gordon Freeman. Gordon, it's good to see you.
For this list, we're taking a look back at the video game characters that achieved their iconic status in the 90s, with given priority to those who continue to be recognizable today.
How about I give you a jump start?
They don't have to have made their first appearance in the 90s, just so long as they had their success in this decade. Also, characters who already made our 1980s list, such as a certain Italian plumber, can't appear on this list again. Number 10. Kirby series. Kirby's got to be the most unlikely badass in the history of video games. Short, adorable, and pink, he's about as intimidating as a wad of bubblegum. This resident of Planet Popstar proves, however, that appearances can be deceiving. With one deep inhale, Kirby will suck his opponents up and assume their special abilities. Even when Kirby isn't impersonating one of his fellow Nintendo icons, he has a few animal buddies that he can ride to help him plow through King Dedede's army. Cross him and he'll come in like a wrecking ball. Number 9. Cloud Strife, Final Fantasy VII.
I think I'll pass.
Although the 80s brought us numerous gaming superstars, it wasn't until the 90s that video game characters started to emerge as intricate individuals. Final Fantasy has given us some of the most diverse human beings the industry's ever known, the franchise's flagship character being Cloud Strife. This mercenary is immediately recognizable with his spiky hair and unrealistically gigantic sword. But what makes Cloud stand out, though, is his dark side, softer side, complicated past, and uncertain future.
Sorry, but my contract says...
I know! You think I don't know?
Cloud's legacy will never end, but hopefully someday he'll find a happy Final Fantasy. Number 8. Yoshi, Super Mario series. In the bizarre world of Super Mario, a plumber can be a gallant knight and a dinosaur can be his noble steed. While Yoshi's Island is overrun with these delightful prehistoric creatures, there's one particularly green dinosaur that's laid eggs in our hearts. From Mario's whiny toddler years to his mustachioed adulthood, this loyal dinosaur companion has been there to pick up the slack. He always sticks by Mario, even if Mario doesn't always stick by him. Yoshi's much more than a sidekick, he's a hero in his own right. Number 7. Duke Nukem series. Not to be confused with the Captain Planet villain of the same name, Duke Nukem is every macho action hero rolled into one.
Give me a Jack and Coke any day.
With bulging muscles, sunglasses, a cigar, babes pining over him, and guns galore. Even Arnold Schwarzenegger would be saying that this guy's a bit much.
Terminated.
The reason the Duke worked so well as a character is that he's fully aware of his cliched, if not douchey nature.
Look at my ass. Do it now.
As funny as he is masculine, what dude wouldn't want to kick ass and chew bubblegum with this over-the-top man of action?
Where's a hammer when you need one?
Number 6. Crash Bandicoot series.
Hi, I'm Crash Bandicoot!
When the original PlayStation entered the console war, Sony needed a winning mascot guaranteed to grab the attention of gamers. The PS1 found that savior in Crash. This Eastern Bard Bandicoot proved cooler and edgier than Mario without ever coming off as too condescending.
Hey, plumber boy, mustache man, your worst nightmare has arrived.
Crash was wild, energetic, and just a lot of fun, as were his earliest games.
I knew I could rely on you.
Sadly, his popularity has dwindled since Naughty Dog's moved on to more ambitious project, and Activision now holds the right to the series. Number 5. Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid series.
You sound like you're happy.
While Solid Snake initially hit the scene in the 80s with Metal Gear, it was 1998's Metal Gear Solid that solidified him as one of the greats. Throughout his breakout game, Snake evolved into a real character with inner demons, a sense of humor, and a backstory.
Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Smarter and stealthier than a traditional action hero, Snake further demonstrated the dramatic cinematic shift that video games were making.
Why bother with anything that complicated?
No, it's pretty simple, really.
Characters weren't just appearing in 3 dimensions, but were 3-dimensional in an emotional sense too. A lot of that can be attributed to Snake coming out of his box.
Anyway, what's with the box?
Oh, nothing. No big deal.
Number 4. Scorpion, Mortal Kombat series. The Mortal Kombat series has no shortage of awesome fighters, making it severely difficult to single out just one. But we gotta give the nod to Scorpion, and not just because of his mind-blowing fatalities. We've heard of characters avenging a fallen loved one, but how many characters come back from the dead to avenge themselves?
My life ended through treachery.
Killed at the cold hands of arch-nemesis Sub-Zero, this resurrected ninja doesn't know the meaning of the word death. Even the power of ice can't silence this badass.
For the Shirai Ryu. To the death.
Number 3. Lara Croft, Tomb Raider series. This English archaeologist has achieved a total of 6 Guinness World Records, including most recognizable female video game character.
Some people deliver the post, I jump over rivers and fight tigers.
Her blocky, digital body showed off the PS1's full capabilities, but there was more to Lara than big square boobs. From the beginning, she's been a witty, charming spark plug that anybody would want to have an adventure with. Of course, being portrayed by Angelina Jolie definitely didn't hurt her popularity either. In recent years, game developers have moved away from the sex symbol angle, developing Lara into a more identifiable heroine. Number 2. Pikachu, Pokemon series. Fun fact, Clefairy was actually supposed to be the original mascot of the Pokemon franchise, but we're glad they finally went with the electric mouse because Pikachu played a substantial role in turning this franchise into a cultural phenomenon.
Pikachu! Pikachu!
Even if you don't catch them all, no journey to becoming a Pokemon master would be complete without capturing one of these electric rodents. Lovable and loyal, Pikachu makes us wish that Pokemon really roamed the earth.
Pikachu, come here!
I thought I was man's best friend.
Before we level up to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Spyro's going to help us collect the talismans.
I am?
Yes.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. Barry, thanks for saving my life.
We prefer doing things our own way. Great box is ready to go.
Number 1. Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog series. Even if you were a Nintendo kid growing up in the 90s, you were probably tempted to get a Sega Genesis solely for this blue hedgehog. Sonic certainly gave his competitors a run for their money with his need for speed and expertise in blast processing, whatever that is.
What if you don't have blast processing?
As we all know, Sonic's career drastically lost momentum sometime after transitioning into 3D. But while his recent games have been hit or miss, in some cases by a long shot, Sonic's fan base remains so adoring that they'll always anticipate his next release. To them, he's still the fastest thing alive.
He's the fastest thing alive!
Do you agree with our list? Who's your favorite 90s video game character? For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Just as I expected.